PSG won, Arsenal won. Gutted. Lost 4-3 on penalties, I believe it was in the end. Gutted, man. Gutted. Um, yeah, so much excitement coming into this final. And listen, I don't think we disappointed. Obviously, you can get onto the tactics and all that in itself, but there was loads of lineup, interesting things that happened. I was happy with it. Got a great start, actually, didn't we? Obviously, Havertz through. You're thinking, has he taken an extra touch? Finishes it brilliantly, and we get the perfect start. And maybe as the game go on, people said is that a hindrance, but I thought, listen, up until we conceded the penalty, we gave the best attacking side in the world, one of the greatest teams in Champions League history, really, when you see what they're doing. One of the most brilliant teams we've seen, really. We gave them, and the attacking quality they have, don't get me started, we gave them absolutely nothing until we conceded that penalty. All they had was a few long shots, a few crosses that led to nothing. Ruiz had a maybe quarter chance. Other than that, our defensive structure, our centre-backs, Gabriel put in elite challenges. We're phenomenal. And obviously, second half, we continued that. Then it came the penalty incident. No complaints to that. I think it's a penalty. Maybe Mosquera's a bit fortunate not to get a second yellow, but as for the pen, it's a clear penalty. Goes from behind, takes his legs out, can't really complain. Then Berry dispatches it. And after that, I'm a bit worried. I'm thinking, is the frustration going to get the better of our PSG maybe going to take this game away from us? But no, maybe we still didn't create a lot, but I still think it was a pretty even game. I thought we had a few maybe breakaways we couldn't take advantage of. They had a few breakaways, especially with Barcola, that they couldn't take advantage of. I thought it was a more even game. And obviously, extra time. I thought the first half of extra time we were the better team. We sustained a bit of pressure. I thought the likes of Madueke made a big difference. I thought he had a good cameo. Penalty. Could he have obviously got a penalty? When I first saw it, I'm thinking yes. When you watch it back, you can kind of see they grabbing onto each other. So I'm not. I think it's one of them. If the ref gives it, it's a penalty. You can't really disagree. If he doesn't give it, maybe it's not clear and obvious enough to allow it. But maybe when you look at other examples and very low barriers you need in the Champions League to get a penalty, I see why people will be annoyed at that. But we didn't get it. Then extra time, nothing else really happened. It goes to penalties, and listen, penalties is the lottery. I can't be angry. The people who obviously we scored some good pens, people who missed it, Eze and Gabriel, can't really be mad at them. I mean, I'm frustrated because they didn't even hit the target. That kind of annoys me in the penalty shootout when you don't hit the target because it's a bit frustrating. But listen, Gabriel tried to go for a corner. Can't get mad at him. He put in an unbelievable 120-minute performance and poor penalty, but that's not going to take away from how well he and Saliba did. Eze, more a bit of an annoying penalty considering the run-up and all that, and when you put it wide, it kind of makes you look a bit more like a fool, so that was frustrating for Eze, but listen, penalties are lottery. I'm not really going to get too onto Eze or Gabriel, because, as I said, in my opinion, it's whatever. And we lose, gutting, man, as I said. People may be questioning the tactics. Me personally, I thought I was very happy with the tactics. Maybe if we didn't get an early goal, we might have done something different, but did people really expect us to go toe-to-toe with PSG when you compare our attackers to their attackers? No, you're going to get battered, in my opinion. So, yes, it may be a bit, maybe not the most front-foot approach, but I think we took the right approach. I was personally happy with. Maybe we could, when we got back the ball, we could have maybe done more with it. But as for our approach, I thought Arteta, off the ball structure, he got everything happy. And I wasn't saying, people saying, oh, Arsenal popped the bus, we did this, we did that. I think that's absolute nonsense. Especially after they equalised. I thought it was a much even game, to be honest. So I thought we did very well. We know how good PSG are, and we did extremely well in that aspect of things. And yeah, man, I know it might sound cliche and it might be copium or whatever, but I have to say it. You have to be proud of the team. As I said, the team PSG are, how good they are. We lost to them on a penalty shootout. That's how close we are, man. That's the fine margins in life, Goes our way, we're absolutely over the moon. Doesn't, it's the fine margins, But listen, with the team, what they've done this season, I think it's 63 games they've done. Losing in the Carabao Cup final, going out in the quarterfinal of the FA Cup, Premier League, that was the main one. That was really going to determine what was a successful season, and thank God it's still a brilliant season because we won that. But the Champions League would have been just a ridiculously historic, maybe greatest Arsenal season ever. Unfortunately, we didn't manage to get that. but I'm so happy with the team, with the players, and listen, that performance hasn't discouraged me. People have said, is it our only chance? It's not. We will get to hopefully a final another year. Maybe our best chance, because when you look at the running we got, will we you maybe get that fortunate again, maybe not, but with the quality we have and how sustainable what we're doing as well, hopefully we continue to get in transfers. And Kroenke was saying he wants to continue building our dynasty and continue going for these top honours. Let's hope obviously the backing does that and we get some good transfers in, because if we have another good window, I see no reason why not only do we retain the Premier League but potentially get to the final again, because I don't see many teams in the world. I mean, there's PSG, Bayern, teams who are very good, but outside of those guys, were unbelievable. So listen, man, as for the game, I'm not going to get onto many players. I thought every player did everything they possibly could. I thought the manager did everything pretty well as well. I'm not really going to be like, oh, this person did that. I don't think this is the kind of game for that. I'm very happy. Well, not very happy, but I'm happy with the approach. And, as I say, Pens is sometimes goes your way, sometimes it doesn't. And on this occasion, it didn't. So is what it is, man. Obviously, the parade, obviously, on Sunday should still be very good. Congratulate the players, and yeah, it should still be good. But yeah, just gutting, man, because we couldn't get that Champions League final. And when you're so close, when it's a penalty, I'm losing's losing. But when you lose on a pen shootout, it's gut wrenching, man. Absolutely gut wrenching, and can't hide that. But as I said, proud of the team, proud of the players, and yeah, we go again next season, man. Last game of the season, obviously. Hopefully, some players get a good rest. World Cup, I have to wait and see how they do and get some transfers, and that's really the main thing. So, but as for the season, really, really, really successful season. I was going to say maybe not, but we won the Premier League. It's really successful, and we move, man. We move. But yeah, gut wrenching, we didn't get the Champions League, especially when you consider the circumstances. But proud of the team, proud of the players, and then we go again, man. We go again. But yeah, gutted, but you have to be proud as well.